You have tuned into A Family Affair, your local sports and news talk show on C2C Indie Radio with your hosts, Naquan and Darnell. Let's talk sports.
All right, welcome in. This is Family Affair. I'm Naquan.
I'm Darnell. You hear it's Thursday, Family Affair.
Yes, this is our first live show, so let's welcome in. Toast to that. My man. So, busy weekend in sports. We got tons of news, so let's get right into it. OBJ has now been signed. Give me your first thoughts.
It helps, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Why not?
I don't know. I was about the Rams before this, but it's just their defense been too shaky. I understand they still got to incorporate Von Miller. They still, I don't know, just the whole year they just been. It ain't been the same Rams defense from the last couple of years. It was like, all right,
no, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's definitely fair.
Took a step back, but the offense kind of stepped up. But then you see what happened last week, or when they played the Cardinals. So it's just like, what Rams team am I getting?
I feel you on that. I definitely do, but I think they're headed in the right direction. You give them a few weeks.
Is that your favorite?
I don't know if I'm willing to go there yet. We'll get into that later. I don't know if I'm going there yet, but the OBJ aspect of it,
You think OBJ washed, or you think?
That's my thing. I don't think he's washed. I think he has a lot of football left, and my thing is you weren't happy in Cleveland because you weren't getting enough targets. I think that's going to be an issue with St. Louis. I mean, not St. Louis, Los Angeles. I think that's going to be an issue with the Rams, too.
It could, because Deshaun Jackson had that problem, and he's basically taking Deshaun Jackson.
And that's literally why he's probably leaving. But
here's the asterisk. Cooper Kupp gets hurt a lot.
But you're basically hoping on that then, because.
But that's why I feel like he didn't go here for targets. I think he went to actually win. Which
I understand that, but that doesn't help you next year get a contract. Yeah, you won, but if you're, latching on to a Super Bowl team, that doesn't prove anything. That doesn't prove that you still have the talent.
Well, I think his mentality is he's going to get a lot of opportunity compared to what he is getting in Cleveland. So it's just like, if I could show them what I could do, somebody going to. He could at least be a wide receiver too. He could at least get that kind of contract next year if he contribute and then they win.
That's just my thing. I'm worried about, you got Cooper Kupp there. He's leading the league in receptions, and then you got Robert.
Thanksgiving, he got 74 catches.
Hello, and then you got Robert Woods, who he's on my fantasy team. He gets his catches too. So, I mean, will there be enough targets? If Matt because it's not like he's getting incorporated at the beginning. This is mid-year.
Right.
They already
no training camp, no nothing.
Their offense is good. Like, they're humming right now. So it's like, are you gonna get enough targets to where people are gonna be like, oh yeah, he can still be receiver one? Because that's what I think he's trying to do. Well, not now. Originally I thought that's what he was trying to do. Was prove that he can still be receiver number one, because he wasn't getting the targets in Cleveland.
No, I hear you on that part. One thing I think he might be in Antonio Brown mode, because, like, remember, he got the contract from Oakland, but everything that happened with him, but he kind of was his own worst enemy. OBJ to a certain extent, but he might be like,
because that social media stuff last week didn't help.
Right. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's in. Like, I don't care about another contract necessarily. I want a ball.
Mm-hmm.
So that could be it too.
Well, even with Antonio Brown, though, he helped win them a Super Bowl. He had his highlights. What kind of contract they got him the next year? You know what I'm saying? He got basically the same deal. He had
a little bump, but
nothing. You know what I'm saying? And his role is still the same. He's still, it's still Mike Evans, Godwin, and then AB. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Well, this is how.
Unless that's what his game plan is to be AB. Just when you need me, I'm there.
I think they got him as a security blanket because Godwin, he was technically last year was his last year on that contract, and he's on that franchise tag. So I think he's like a security type of thing because, okay.
I think AB is the security.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying AB is the security. Like, if Godwin, like, he like, all right, it's time to get paid because he hasn't gotten paid yet.
Yeah, but that's what they still have him because he has the franchise tag. And to be honest, I think he would like the security of more years, but what he's getting paid for that franchise tag, it's not chump change. Like that's good money this year.
I'm thinking just from because last year was the last year of his rookie deal, so he hasn't gotten paid yet. That's what I'm saying. So he might leave.
Right. That's true, but as far as what it goes for this year, AB stayed in the same exact role he played
and I think
last
it fits
year.
him.
But everybody was saying that he had more to give, and that's what they're saying about OBJ now. Is that if that's what I'm saying? If OBJ wants to go into that role, yeah, he picked the perfect spot. I just didn't expect him to do that.
I didn't either.
I thought he was at least going for at least a number 2 role. That's why I thought the Chiefs would have been a perfect
Green
fit. Chiefs or Green Bay, yeah, I thought those would have been perfect fits.
In Green Bay though.
I am so glad he didn't go to Green Bay. But yeah, I was surprised by this move, but I do think this helps the Rams. You mentioned, do I think they're the favorite? The NFC is tough to call.
It's a 5-way thing.
The NFC. So who do you got as the favorite?
I don't necessarily have him as a favorite. It's just Tampa got Brady. The
5 teams we're referring to is the Rams, the Cowboys, the Bucks, the Packers, and the Cardinals. And I feel like on any given Sunday, either one of those teams, any of those teams could beat.
I feel like the Cardinals right neck and neck with them though.
I feel like they're all on the same level. If you put them on a neutral field, anyone could win.
Especially Dallas, because I'm not a Cowboys hater, but I just feel like that defense can get it can get exposed. So it's just like, all right, but are y'all gonna run Zeke enough to keep them off the field? Like, we understand they can score a lot, but if they go and play Tampa Bay or Arizona, I feel like Tampa Bay or Arizona, that's like kryptonite for them because they could just throw it all over the yard, and that ain't something they.
Well, that's the thing. The Cowboys have, as painful as it is to say this, but the Cowboys have multiple ways to win. I done seen them win with the running game. I done seen Dak air it out and win. They can win multiple ways. It's just what Cowboys team is going to show up that day. Because if the Cowboys show up that played the Broncos over the weekend, now throw them away.
But that loss, the defense got torched.
And I think that's going to make or break them.
I just feel like like I said, the defense is going to probably be their Achilles heel. That's going to if they lose in the playoff, that's going to be how they lose.
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Okay, so we'll leave that there as far as OBJ. I want to get into our MidSeason Awards. Okay, we got MVP. Okay, we got Offensive Rookie of the Year. We got Defensive Rookie of the Year, and we got Defensive MVP.
Okay,
MVP. Who you got?
Not by a lot is Brady.
Okay.
Because other than that, I almost said Kyler, but Kyler, he hurt, whatever.
That's exactly where I'm with you on Brady. I was going to give it to Kyler, but he missed last Sunday, and they didn't miss a beat without him. So I got to give it to Brady for right now.
And the numbers Brady putting up right now, Kyler's ridiculous too, but.
I'm sorry, but you got to factor in the fact that this man is 44 years old. I'm sorry. I'm factoring that in because.
But I feel like that's
even the other players that played around after 40, nobody is having the impact he is having.
Nobody roster been this loaded at 44 either.
That's fair, but are we gonna knock him for finding a good situation? I'm not.
No, I'm not knocking him, but like, you saw what he looked like with bad weapons. You saw what he looked like with good weapons.
Well, okay, he still got them to the playoffs. They don't look like. Well, New England's starting to make a turnaround, but before this recent win streak, they didn't look like close to a playoff team, and Brady still got them to the playoffs. So he's that guy. I have to give it to him.
Look, I agree. I'm giving him the MVP, but all right, let's go. What's the next one?
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Jamar Chase.
Absolutely,
it's not even
yeah.
close. I don't even know why I had to think about it that long.
Yeah, that's why I got
sitting
that
like,
too.
who else you gonna give it to?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm with him too. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Parsons.
Yep, that's who I got as well. Man, we don't never see eye to eye. We seeing eye to eye on this.
It's kind of bothering me.
Defensive player. No, I'm with you on that because I don't like it either. Defensive Player of the Year.
Who your pick? I done did 3 straight. Who your pick?
I got Myles Garrett.
Can't really.
He's
I'm gonna
leading
go with
it.
another Cowboy, Diggs.
As Defensive Player of the Year.
Yo, he got 7 picks.
Yeah, but the last couple weeks,
it happened.
Yeah, he's been getting
It
exposed. The last
happens.
couple
No
weeks.
corner is spotless. I didn't see Revis get mossed. Literally.
Fair. The reason I got Garrett, he's leading the league in sacks. Like
He got half of them against the Bears, though.
hey, he's tough to block.
He is.
Okay, and our last topic is all the upsets.
Yeah.
All the upsets. So we had the Broncos beating the Bengals 41-16. We had the Giants beating the Raiders 23-16. The Titans beating the Rams 28-16. The Cardinals thumping the Niners 31-17.
Wait, you had as a well, technically it is an upset because they ain't have none of their people here.
That's I have that in my notes. Is the reason why that's an upset.
Yeah, because I
No
just
Murray,
thought about it, I forgot.
no Hopkins.
Oh, AJ Green either. And,
I see.
and JJ Watt gone.
Okay, so there's no reason why number one they should have lost or that game should have even been close.
Tell that to my parlay. Because I was sick. I was like, all right.
Okay, and then the final one. No, we got 2 more. No, one more is the Jags beating the Bills 9-6.
I didn't see that one coming, but I'm not.
So that's my question. What out of all those,
The Jags.
That one surprised you the most?
Yeah, because the Bills didn't even score a touchdown. The fact that they beat them kicking all field goals, like, that's ridiculous.
I was really surprised by the Broncos and the Cowboys because Dak's back. You got all this, the hype off of beating us with Cooper Rush.
That
and
one.
then you got Dak. You got Dak coming back, and it's the Broncos lost Von Miller. They basically punted on the season. I expected it to be the other way around.
And I hear you, but I thought they'll have a letdown because I thought they were way too when they beat us the week before. I was just like, they too high because I'm just like, you coming off an emotional win like that. Now you about to put him right back. He ain't playing 2-3 weeks, so now you got to knock off Russ and do all that.
Listen, what they paying Dak? $70 million? Like,
Rust is Rust.
I don't give a damn. Like, if we paying you that, how much you want to bet? Aaron Rodgers, if he comes back this weekend, I bet you he doesn't miss it.
Bro, that's like you playing a basketball game. You ain't took a shot the whole time. They kick it to you in the corner, or you just supposed to make it.
That's not the same thing. That's not because answer this. Do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to miss a beat this weekend? Do you think Russell Wilson?
I absolutely think he could.
He could, but do you anticipate it? If you had to put your money on it, would you bet?
I'll give you a ratio. I'll give you 60-40 that he is rusty.
So you would put your money on he
No,
performs.
I gave you a ratio.
No. Because the 60-40 means you're leaning he's going to have a bad game compared to...
No, I just think he's going to be rusty. Rusty don't mean you bad. Dak was rusty and never could get out of it.
No, Dak was bad. In that until the fourth
terrible.
quarter.
He had 79 yards.
Thank you. So that's what I'm saying. You think he's going to perform like that?
Nah.
That's my point. I'm not giving Dak that excuse, oh, he's rusty. Bro, we're paying you number one money. Perform. If you want to, if that's the case,
In Dak defense, all that wasn't on him because I saw. Did you watch the highlights? There's a lot of drops.
Okay, no, there was some drops. I'll give you that, but 74 yards.
They still shouldn't have lost.
Thank you.
But Denver offense, they got a lot of their pieces back because they got Jerry Jeudy back. So now you compare him with Sutton, and they got their running game going because everybody forget that Melvin Gordon there. Melvin Gordon ain't no slouch.
No, that's well. We'll see. we'll see how bad that Broncos loss was the rest of the season. But I feel
Who they
like
got this week?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check, but I'm not sure. But yeah, like I said, that one really surprised me. Another one that surprised me was the Titans and the Rams. I didn't think.
I thought that was gonna be.
I thought it was gonna be awful for the Titans, but they held their own.
Just to backtrack a little bit, they got Atlanta next week.
Who?
The Cowboys.
I think that's gonna be. I picked that game in our picks.
Any betters? Pick the over.
But that's gonna be a good game. But back to the Titans and the Rams. Do you think that's an aberration, or do you think the Titans can make do without Derrick Henry for the year? Even though there was a story out today that he might come back in the playoffs.
Well, they said that from the beginning. It just depends on how fast he heals. Because at the beginning of the year, I was skeptical of their defense because their defense was just letting everybody just do whatever they wanted. But the last month, they just been. It's kind of like a New England thing because Vrabel used to play for New England. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, okay, they had their patented start slow, but now they hot. They 7-2, 8-1, 7-2. And I'm just like, all right, now I feel like they got everything situated, but it's funny that they're getting everything situated because they lost their starting corner, Fairley, from Virginia Tech, and they lost another guy too. And I'm just like, y'all losing people, and now y'all start hitting y'all stride. Like that's just. I don't know.
I mean, there's a lot of teams like that. That's all to me. That's coaching. Is when you losing star players and key role players, and you find a way to win anyway. And that's that's the true next man up mentality. Is when you can lose this guy, lose that guy, and not miss a beat, or in their case, play even better. So, and I think that speaks to a lot to what Tannehill can do because. Everybody counting him out. Oh, he ain't got Derrick Henry. That he's gonna fold.
It's only been one game.
No, and I'm with you on that. I still was that an inspiration game or are they built like? Because for example, when the Cowboys beat us, everybody was saying, "Oh, they're more than just Dak." This team is
get whooped by the Broncos.
Okay, but you know what I mean, like. Everybody jumped on the bandwagon like this is a Super Bowl contender because they can win in multiple ways, which I still believe. I feel like they just laid an egg in Denver, but that's what everyone was saying. This is a Super Bowl contender because they can win multiple ways. We'll have to wait and see if that's the case with Tennessee.
Yeah, it's going to be an adjustment period, but I feel like I just don't want them to fall into it. I'm not a Tennessee Titans fan, but I just feel like they might fall into a trap. We like, okay, we could just do what we did against the Rams. Like, how y'all offense really didn't do much. Most of y'all points came from getting turnovers, and this is just like Dallas defense. What are y'all gonna do when y'all not getting the turnovers? They didn't get the turnovers last week. They were down 30-0 after 3 quarters. So it's like,
that's
what y'all gonna do when Stafford not throwing from his own
fair.
end zone, throwing a pick, and y'all only got to go 5 yards to get a touchdown.
No, that's absolutely fair. So it remains to be seen on the Titans. Now you spoke on the Jags and the Bills.
I watched it again. I'm sitting there. I'm just like, did somebody did y'all just stay out the whole night? Like, what did y'all do?
I was so confused.
I'm like, all right, it's 6 because they was up 6-3 for a while in the first half, and I'm just sitting there like. Any day now, y'all can start scoring.
Yeah, wake up.
It got to the middle of the third quarter. I was like, they might lose this game because I'm just thinking y'all ain't made no separation. They won one game the whole year. Y'all ain't made no separation. Y'all been blowing people out the water. Good teams, y'all been blowing out the water, and y'all about to struggle with the Jags. Even though the Jags have been playing better.
I want to say the Bills struggled last week against a mediocre team as well.
They beat They struggled the first half, but they ended up winning by 15. Dolphins the week before.
Yeah, so I mean,
but that's why I've seen. Y'all gonna kick it on like y'all did against the Dolphins.
That's my question to you. Do you think this is trouble for the Bills, or this is just a rough 2-week patch?
I'm gonna say to be determined. I'm gonna give them a chance, just like the Titans, because there's one game. You can't overreact to one game.
Again, they struggled with the Dolphins for much of that game too,
And ended up winning by 15.
15 isn't in the NFL. You can get touchdowns off of blown coverage, something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the majority of that game, it was a game.
What, with the Dolphins?
Yeah.
No, by the middle of the third quarter, they took control of that game.
Man, they only won by 50. It's the Dolphins. They ain't been doing nothing all year. And this is supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. I'll be the one to say it. I'm worried about the Bills because I thought going into the season, I thought they'd be sitting on top of the AFC. You know what I mean? And to be honest,
they were till they lost to the Titans.
I was gonna say, to be honest, nobody in the AFC has really separated themselves. Like in the NFC, you got the 5 top dogs. In the AFC, I don't know who's gonna come out of there.
Yeah, I don't trust the Raiders. Don't trust the Chargers. I don't trust.
There's literally, I can't think of any team in the AFC that I absolutely would trust. If I would put my money on anybody, it'd be Baltimore. But exactly. But
I'd put my money on the Bills before I put it on Baltimore.
I don't even understand how you say that, and they just lost to the Jags.
They also just beat Baltimore last year in the playoffs.
That's last year. We're talking about this year.
If they played this year, they beat them again.
I'm sorry. Baltimore looked better than the Jags over the weekend.
You do realize, as much as you talk about the Bills struggling, you know the Ravens.
That's what I'm saying.
You know the Ravens needed a 65-yard field goal to beat the Lions.
That's what I'm saying. The AFC, there's no top dog in the AFC. If I had the way we're arguing about these two teams, anybody you pick in the AFC, you could have that for.
If the Bills at home, I'm taking the Bills because it's gonna be cold.
If the Bills are at home, they just lost to the Jags
right now.
I think it's
it's not. It was Cincinnati, but they lost.
Look it up real quick because I'm not even sure. But yeah, like I said, anybody in the AFC, there's nobody really separating themselves.
All roads go through Tennessee right now.
That's the number 1 seed in the AFC. And they lost their best player. So that's it. That goes right there.
Yeah, that's the Chargers are 3, Baltimore 2, the Bills are 4, and the Raiders, Pittsburgh, and New England round out the last 3.
It's crazy. New England's starting to come on though. But before we go to commercial, I want to get into our picks for next week. So we got the Falcons versus the Cardinals. No, the Cowboys. Falcons versus the Cowboys. Titans versus the Saints. Browns versus the Patriots. Packers versus the Seahawks. And the Raiders versus the Chiefs.
Okay, go back to that first one.
We got the Falcons and the Cowboys. I got the Cowboys.
I got the Cowboys in a close one.
I struggle with this one, but I feel like because they got embarrassed last week, the Cowboys are going to come back and return the favor. The Falcons
could have a letdown because they beat New Orleans.
That's what I was thinking. The same thing. They're coming off a division win. They're feeling themselves. I think they're due for a letdown. Even though I feel like that's not a bad loss for the Falcons. I don't think. Next game we got.
Don't tell me I'm saying the Cowboys. It wouldn't surprise me if Atlanta win.
No. I would not be surprised. The Falcons are not playing terrible.
They were beating the brakes off them last year until they started meltdown.
But let's not forget that too. Dan Quinn. He was fired by the Falcons, defense coordinator for the Cowboys. He's
deservingly so. He is up 28-3 in the Super Bowl.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't feel like he probably putting it on Kyle Shanahan because you see what he's doing right now. Yeah.
And there's a rumor he might end up in Minnesota in December.
Okay.
I don't want that. But next pick.
We got Titans versus the Saints.
I'm gonna go upset. I'm gonna say the Saints.
I'm taking the Titans. I don't understand the Saints. Like, you could have had Cam Newton, and you let him go back to the Panthers. And now you're going to rock with Trevor Siemian?
Well, you got to look at how they've been operated. the way they got the production out of their quarterback, they don't need the quarterback to do a lot of things. They win with defense. So, like, the quarterback is kind of irrelevant, but I feel like it's going to bite them in the playoffs. Yeah. But I feel
that's fair because last season they won with 2 seasons ago they won with Bridgewater. Last season they was winning with Taysom Hill at quarterback. Right. So, you're probably right about that.
And I just feel like I feel like everybody think of the Saints as an offensive team because Drew Brees just throw for like 4,000 or 5,000 yards every year. But they changed like the last 3-4 years the defense because he couldn't throw down the field like that or anything. So
right. No, I'm with you.
And even remember when Jameis threw the 5 touchdowns in week 1, he only threw for 100-something yards.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah, because the defense was putting them in good positions all game.
Okay, so you got to. Since we already got a disagreement, you trying to put some push-ups on the line? I'm in the hole 100. I knocked 50 off that one week.
Are you ever gonna do yours?
I mean, I just thought you wanted to add your 50 back on it.
What you want to put on it? 50?
We can do 50. That'll be the loser has to do 50 live on air next week.
Okay, so no. You've been owing for months now, and you want to no, absolutely not. Nice try. We'll put 50 on it.
Okay, so when does the tab get paid out?
You're paying your tab before anything.
But you already bet me and knocked it down 50. How you gonna tell me to pay it now?
Because you owed the rest for mad long.
It was not that long.
It was at least.
Anyway, we'll figure it out.
So, but we got 50 on the Titans and the Saints.
Oh, I was gonna say the whole pick list because we already got disappointment.
Okay, we got that. All right, the next game is the. I was actually really interested to see who you take on this one: the Browns and the Patriots. Don't go looking. No.
It's in New England.
Who are you picking?
That's unfair because I don't know if Chubb playing. If Chubb playing, I'd pick the Browns.
Just pick. Who you taking?
Give me the Patriots.
Oh, that's what I took too. I took the Patriots as
you
well.
cornball.
No, I think Matt Jones. He's doing what he got to do to win.
I'm gonna be honest. If Nick Chubb was playing, I take the Browns in a heartbeat.
Their defense has been playing. It ain't great, but it's been playing solid. Matt Jones. They've been winning. Like,
man, Cleveland got some monsters.
No, you know what it is though. Baker is trash to me. I'm sorry, he is. He's trash to me.
But
I'm not a fan.
But that's what weighed into my decision. I don't know if they got Chubb, and I know how Belichick is with quarterbacks. Like, he's gonna make Baker throw to his left because Baker wants to throw right.
No. This is what Belichick's gonna do. What Belichick does is he stops your best weapon. Who's Cleveland's best weapon? Nick Chubb.
But
he's going to sell out to stop the run and make Baker beat them, and I don't believe he can.
Right, but that goes into what I think he's going to do to Baker because he's going to make Chubb irrelevant. I just said make him throw left because if you notice, Baker always throws right. So
that's what I'm saying. So with or without Chubb, I think they beat them.
Not me, because Chubb is a monster.
No, he is a monster, but I think Belichick is going to stop him. Or not stop him, but I think he's going to neutralize him to where, Baker, you have to win this game for them. Can you do it? I don't think he can.
All right, we both got the Patriots.
Packers, Seahawks.
I don't like this because both quarterbacks coming back from missing time.
Well, it's not even guaranteed that Rodgers is playing yet. We're assuming he's going to play, but we don't know.
But I also don't like nothing about Seattle's defense. Who you got?
I got the Seahawks.
You brave. I'm gonna go Packers.
I don't know what it is, but I just feel like Russell Wilson's been dying to get back, and I think he's gonna put on a show.
This is why I'm gonna go Packers. If they don't have Rodgers, well, whether they got Rodgers or not, they're gonna run the ball. They can't stop the run.
I just feel like Russell Wilson, he gonna come save the day. He gonna put on his cape.
I think it's over. I think he's trading in the offseason. He tired.
You think so?
Because this is about to get real bad.
He was hurt this year though.
and they was getting smoked when he was healthy.
Well,
We smoked them, and we don't even blow teams out.
well, that's going to be a later topic in the future podcast. I would love we going to talk about that one. Okay. Last and final game. Now, this game is my upset of the week. Raiders versus Chiefs.
I was going to say, you going to say?
I had to put some suspense
Raiders
on
and
it.
Chiefs?
Raiders and Chiefs. I got the Raiders.
Is that really an upset?
I mean, the Chiefs are...
That's a pick 'em, you ask me, because they
No,
split last year.
the Chiefs are like 3 or 4 point favorites.
It's in Kansas City?
I can't remember. I'm assuming so, but they're the favorite.
No, it's in Vegas. Like, what?
And they're the favorite. So who you got?
Oh, the line dropped. They coming down to reality.
Oh, it is.
It's 2.5 now.
I don't even think they should be favored if
I
it's in
don't either,
luck.
but
Well,
they would.
you gotta realize Vegas has the Gruden thing is still hanging over them, and Henry.
But
Ruggs.
they won that Sunday. They blew Denver out that
And,
Sunday.
Yeah, and then they just lost this
I
Sunday
feel like
to the
it's
Giants.
more the Ruggs thing,
But the Raiders played the Chiefs tough and they beat them the last time.
they split last year.
The Raiders played the Chiefs tough, and I don't know what it is. I feel like the Raiders won. They got embarrassed by the Giants this past weekend.
But you said you're picking the Chiefs, right?
No, I'm picking the Raiders.
Oh, I thought you said you picked the Chiefs. Okay.
I'm picking the Raiders.
Let me see if Josh Jacobs playing. Okay, he's not an injury report. Nope, I ain't agreeing with you. I'm going with the Chiefs.
Okay,
We got 2 disagreements.
Okay, that's good. That's what I like. So that's what we got. That's our picks for the week, and we're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna get into our NBA news.
The new Chiking. Ignore the reviews and pay no attention to how perfectly hand-breaded and crispy and juicy it is. And don't forget, we're still the home of the Whopper. Get a free one with your purchase of our new Chiking in the BK app today.
She's doing it again. No cover-up spray here. Cheaper aerosols can cover up odors, burying them in a flowery fog. Switch to Febreze Air Effects. Febreze eliminates even the toughest odors from the air. Freshen up. Don't cover up. Febreze.
All right, welcome back. This is Family Affair, and so we're gonna talk NBA now. We have the Joker and Markieff Morris the other night getting into it. I want your take on that.
Morris started. He didn't deserve to get hurt, but you can't start something, turn your back, and then plead the fifth. Even though Miami was gooned up in the locker room waiting for Jokic.
Did you see the picture? Did you see the picture that went? Yo, that was the funniest thing in the world. But I agree with you. I think Morris definitely start. So I couldn't help but notice all the sports talk shows siding with Morris on this. Oh, he can't hit him when he turn his back and things like that. And I'm like,
don't turn your back. You just hit somebody.
Like that's my thing. Like everybody saw you go chest bump him. Like, why are you turning your back? That's your own fault. I don't knock Joker for knocking him to the floor and giving him whiplash. Don't disrespect me like that. You walked up to me, elbow me, and then gonna turn around. Like not when all you had to do. You're doing a take foul. Reach across, reach your arm out, foul him. They'll blow the whistle.
But I think the NBA saw that too because they only suspended Jokic. They ain't fined him. They fined Markieff Morris.
That's the part I didn't understand. That was my next question. Do you feel like the punishment fit the crime? And me personally, no. if you're gonna suspend Joker, suspend Keith too.
I'd have been fine if either they both got a heavy fine or they both just got suspended a game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, if you suspended Joker but gave Keith a fine, like, no, either fine them both or suspend them both. But Keith started it, and then, like I said, it looks bad on Joker's part because he turned his back, but that's his fault. That's like going and punching somebody in the face and turning around, like,
You get mad because they punch you in the back of your head.
like, no, that you asked for that. I didn't understand it. Another one that got fined was Jimmy Butler. So did you see the video?
For what? Telling him to come to the back?
Yeah. So apparently that wasn't for Joker. That was for one of the training staff on the Denver bench. Did you see the story about that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. So everybody thought he was talking to Joker about, because if you watch the video, after Joker did his part, Jimmy Butler comes in, but he's calm. Like, he's just stepping in, breaking it up, but he's not hyped up. And then all of a sudden you see on the sideline he's going crazy. And it wasn't for Joker. It was for the staff member on, I don't know what happened.
Bro,
or whatever.
you going to beat up the staff member, though?
Yeah, something must have been said that, you know, sparked that. But, yeah, he was not happy about that. So I'm glad we see eye to eye on that, though, because I couldn't believe how many and it wasn't just the talk shows. It was a lot of NBA players siding with Morris with that too. And it's like, let's not act like the Morris twins don't have a dirty history. You know, that's where they make their money. So I feel like that plays a part of it too. It's not only that he ran into his chest, it's the Morris twins. Like, that's what they do.
Marcus nice, though.
That wasn't Marcus. That was.
I'm just saying, you said the twins.
No, but what I'm saying is they have a history of being the enforcer.
No, I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? So you got Joker, who has a history of being soft, with the Morris twin with the history of being the enforcer. Like, he's letting people know, yo, I'm an MVP. That's not about to fly no more. And I respect that.
You want to know who I compare it to, though? Remember how they used to do Blake? They used to do Blake like that. They used to follow Matt hard, and then everybody else, like Matt Barnes or somebody, had to.
But
come
see,
in
and that's the thing. Blake
I'm
is
glad
still
he stood
tender.
up for it, so.
To me, Blake's still tender. But we also, you know, we would be remiss if we didn't mention the Lake Show. The Lake Show. Shout out. I wore this jersey. First live show is literally just for Kobe. Rest in peace to the Mamba. But
I respect Kobe. I just don't like the Lakers.
he don't like Kobe either.
Nah, I respect Kobe.
He always hated on Kobe too.
He beat my team in the finals. I respected him, but
He's always hated on Kobe.
everybody hated on him.
But the Lakers. So
I got lucky.
he got lucky.
Bro, they should have beat y'all last night.
Why?
You didn't watch the game?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
So I'm trying to figure out why they should have beat us.
First off, Westbrook will never be that clutch in his life against y'all ever.
All right.
Because I know
that's fair. That's fair.
Yo, when he
I went crazy.
Yo, when he banked in that three, what was going through your head?
Why are you taking it? Yeah. Yo, bro. Because Melo was open, and Melo was hot.
But he got a habit of doing
No,
that.
you know what? Time out. Before we continue, I got to talk to the people. Because I was one of the ones that said Melo was done. I was one of the ones that said Melo was done. And when he got traded to OKC, I said, man. When he got traded to Houston, they let him go. I said, you know, makes sense. Melo ain't Melo no more. He thinks he's still Melo. But man, he has been saving our ass. And I gotta give credit where credit is due. I was wrong about that. Shout out to Melo.
Just had to take him to beat a Laker for you to find
Yo, shout out to Melo, man, because he has been balling for us, and he has been keeping. We would be losing to teams like the Houston Rockets, OKC, San Antonio.
Correction, y'all lost to OKC twice.
Yo, you know what? We did. And that was all Westbrook. That was all what. Yo. Because we had leads in both those games. And then he just went.
Hence why I said he'll never play that clutch for y'all ever again.
No, but no. Last night was the perfect. That's what I wanted to show you. Last night is why we traded for him and not Buddy Hield. Because, listen. Hear me out. You see LeBron's missing time. Buddy Hield is not winning those games. We won a few games without LeBron. Without Westbrook, we're not winning any of those games.
Bro, y'all lost 2 20-point leads to OKC with Westbrook.
But we had 20-point leads. Without Westbrook, we're down 20 to them off the rip. We're not even competing with OKC. And that's
without Westbrook?
Without Westbrook and LeBron remember, LeBron was out those games. So it's literally you have Buddy Hield. Who would be our point guard? Rondo? You have
Rondo not no slouch. He not Rondo, but still. All right, he old.
Thank you. Like what? So this is what our starting lineup will be if we didn't have Westbrook and we traded for Buddy Hield. We have Rondo, Hield, Bazemore, AD, and DeAndre Jordan.
You want to know who got it?
Did you just hear? Hold on.
I hear you. I hear your lineup.
Rondo.
Okay.
Rajon Rondo at how is he? 34, 35? Rondo, Bazemore, Hield, AD, and DeAndre Jordan. That's our starting lineup.
It's not like OKC's throwing out an all-star team, bro. Y'all should still beat them.
The reason why we were able to get that 20-point lead and all that is because Russell Westbrook still gave us 20-plus points in 12 or 13. No, he had crazy turnovers, and that's what got them back in the game. He brought them back in the game. I get it. But he's also the reason we got pushed out to that lead because Rondo is going to give us 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 points, 7 assists, and awful defense, which is not going to get us a lead where it's going to be a battle the whole way or OKC would have just pulled away in the second half.
All right, I hear you on most of it, but you can't get mad about the defense. Y'all a terrible defensive team.
That's what's going to kill us, but I feel like because we are terrible defensively, but I feel like a lot of our defense issues, from what I see, is because we're new teammates. Because it's like you see like a pick and roll and 2 people are going this way, and you know what I'm saying? It's like it's continuity issues. As the year goes on, I feel like we're gonna get better defensively. Which, by the way, I want to bring up. Everybody's talking about the Lakers, but nobody's talking about Brooklyn. Like they're not struggling. And
bro,
it's
you know why that is.
We're gonna get better defensively.
You know why that is.
They're not. No.
Are y'all?
Yes, we are because Frank Vogel is a defensive coach. He's gonna get us right defensively. It's not because it's bad effort or we don't have enough size or stuff. It's literally continuity. This time later on in the year, April, May, we'll have that together. I'm not worried about that. And from what I saw last night, our offense will be good too.
Well, I feel like there's a couple things. One, y'all going to have a setback when LeBron come back because y'all all getting used to each other, but now y'all got to readjust again. LeBron's a big piece to incorporate. You say,
before you continue, you say that, but I feel like LeBron is watching and sees where he fits in, and he's just going to fill in where he needs to because he can get his points whenever.
No, LeBron has to be LeBron if y'all going to win. Ain't no pick your spot.
No. You're absolutely right. But, for example, LeBron sees that, Russ can run the team until it gets clutch time. Like, for example, those OKC games, if LeBron was there, he would have saw all those turnovers mounting up. Like, Russ, give me the ball, and let's get you cut in. Let's get you pick and roll. You know, you can run the pick and roll with you as the pick, and I'll roll off of you, and we'll mix it up. but he'll take the ball from Russ.
Okay, back to my other point.
Go ahead.
I feel like LeBron being out, it's exposed Anthony Davis. He not a dog. You should be.
No,
he should be demanding the ball. It shouldn't take him till the second half to get going.
Yes,
he's not a one.
Now remember, me and you off air, we would talk, and I would say before Giannis did his thing in the playoffs, I would say I don't understand why everybody is saying Giannis is better than AD. He does everything better than Giannis. Giannis is more consistent, and he brings it every night. And now I understand why people put Giannis above AD, because it's like AD will sit out there and just wait. We're not getting the bubble AD for some reason. We're getting, I don't even know if this is Pelicans AD, because he's so pedestrian out there.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. I completely understand why he's left out of the top 5. He has top 5 talent. But he
don't got the mentality.
He don't have the mentality. I agree with you 100% on that, and you have no idea how much it bothers me, because he's too talented for that.
But that was also what y'all bought Russ in for. He was supposed to straighten that out.
But I think that will come. But AD, even on the defensive end, he's not.
Yeah, that's normally something he's just there for.
He's not even doing that this year. I don't know what's going. Like, he won his championship, and it's just like. He is just, I have no idea, but I'm hoping by the end of the year we can get that figured out. But the next thing I want to talk about is the Sixers without Ben Simmons. How are you feeling? I'm impressed, to be honest.
Yeah, right. They're balling, but don't let it deceive you. You're going to either need to get him back or trade and get something.
They're definitely going to have to. It's not going to. No, I agree with you 100%. It's not going to last the whole year.
Even though Tyrese Maxey is balling.
No, he is, but they're not going to win a championship. They're going to have to. They're going to have to move him to win a championship. But I've been impressed with this. At the beginning of the year, I felt like Ben Simmons was making. That's why he was putting on the show he was putting on, because he wanted to show. Okay, well, you guys crapped on me all off season. Let's see what y'all do without me. And they've been performing pretty well. But that loss to Brooklyn showed in the biggest moments they're going to need him. And they were missing him. But even without him, because I felt like that was also Ben's leverage too, is Embiid is also hurt. I carry the team when Embiid's hurt, and that's going to happen. He's been hurt this year. He's been missing games this year.
They was leading the Bucks most of that game the other night.
And they've been playing strong even without Embiid. So my thing is, if they were to move Ben Simmons and get a credible piece, we got to look out for the Sixers.
I still don't think they beat Milwaukee. Well, depending on the piece, I still don't think they beat Milwaukee.
So the rumor has it is they recently have been talking to Boston about a Jalen Brown trade.
Right.
Now, we've been on record about the Jalen Brown, Jayson Tatum.
I think they be listening to the show.
No, if they have, they've been listening to me, because you wanted Jayson Tatum.
I'm the one that brought up Ben Simmons, though.
Whatever.
Exactly.
No,
you ain't want
credit for you did. But you also want to trade Tatum, which I don't understand that. But the rumor has it is that they're looking at Jalen Brown. If my question to you is, would you do Jalen Brown for Jayson Tatum straight up, or would the Sixers have to send more?
I mean, considering Ben Simmons' trade stock, I don't think they can ask for more. Even though technically at the time, Jalen Brown.
No, I'm asking, should Boston be asking for more? Just than Simmons?
I think, yeah, because Ben ain't going to make up. Well, he could, but
that's
between
what
his scoring and his playmaking.
I think that's what's holding the trade up, is I think Boston is requiring more.
Because I'd probably try and weasel Seth Curry out of that, too.
They're not giving up Seth Curry.
I know, but I'd try it.
I mean, before the season, yeah, they probably could have, but now seeing what Seth Curry is doing for them, there's no way they're giving him up now. If this was before the season, they probably would have just, Yeah, okay. Ben
They
Simmons.
probably could. They probably could.
Because
Maybe get Thibault through in.
My thing is, if I'm Philly, if you want me to send Thibault, if you want me to send Curry, if you want me to send Maxey, you got to give me more than Jalen Brown. Now, it doesn't have to be Jalen Brown and Marcus Smart necessarily, but I want, that nice point. What they got? Pritchard, that nice young point guard. I want something. I'm not giving you Curry and Simmons or Simmons and Maxey or Simmons and Thibault for just Jalen Brown. You got to send me somebody with that. And I think that's what the holdup is. How do you think Jalen Brown looks with Philly?
He'd fit right in because they don't got that piece. They don't have that the two-way wing. They don't have pretty much. They got Tobias Harris, but he's more of a stretch four. But
I'm with you. Tobias Harris is more of a stretch four, and he don't bring it every night. Like he's a third option. That, in my opinion, Tobias Harris is the third option. I think Jalen Brown
he could be the two, and he also be the one if Joel Embiid out.
Right, because I think me and you disagree on this, but I think Jalen Brown benefits a lot from not a lot, but I think he benefits from the spacing that Jayson Tatum provides with the scoring. I feel
Tatum.
Absolutely, but that's where we disagree. Is I feel like Tatum is just a better scorer. They use each other. Yes, but we saw Jalen Brown before Jayson Tatum got there. He wasn't the scorer he is now. That's all I'm saying. Now
I told you that. I said he came in the league as a defender. He worked on his game.
He definitely worked on his game, but I feel like Jayson Tatum provides that extra spacing and things of that nature. And before we get out of here,
also the Bulls are on fire.
That's what I was just getting ready to bring them up. The Bulls, Steph Curry, and the Warriors. Those are my two biggest surprises of the season. Do you have any more?
The Bulls didn't really surprise me. I saw them play last year. I knew if Levine got somebody else to take some of the stuff off of him, or some of the attention off of him, he'd be fine. The Warriors, I thought they would be more of a second half team. I figured they would be like a little over 500 the first half, get Clay back, then just like take off the second half.
That's exactly where I thought. I thought they'd be fighting for that 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th seed, somewhere around there in the middle of the pack. And then Klay Thompson would come in. And I thought, because the reports have it, Klay Thompson is going to be back the 21st or 22nd before Christmas, somewhere around there. I thought Klay Thompson was going to come back somewhere around January January after All-Star break, somewhere around there. They'll make a run at the end of the season, push themselves up to the 4th seed, something like that. But they started off hot. Jordan Poole is balling. And then you get Wiggins dropped 35 last night.
Right. I kind of want to see how they are when they play better competition, though, because their schedule has been a little light.
No, it has. It has. They benefit from an easy schedule. But if you really think about the NBA right now, who is a dominant team? We just saw
and I think the West not that good because of their injuries.
Not even the West. There's no dominant team at all right now. No. Because you have Chicago leading the East. So it's like there's no dominant team in the league right now. So there's parity all over the place. So
the West got a lot of injuries though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because I think Denver will be a lot better with Jamal Murray.
But I don't even think Denver going to be a factor, though, because, like, with an ACL, you're not yourself until, like, a year after. So,
well, unless you're Adrian Peterson. So it all depends on bias. I know. But it all depends on the player. But I don't know. I just because that's the thing with Jamal Murray. His game isn't really predicated on athleticism. It's predicated on shot making. He creates separation and he makes big shots. And not to mention,
but he's a big step back guy. You're gonna need that. You got to feel confident enough to do it.
Well, that's my thing. I don't think he's going to come back until he is confident with his step back because he knows that's what that's where his bread and butter is the step back game. So That's what I'm in, that's what's in my head.
Will Barton been balling for them, but I always knew Will Barton was a bucket. But he really getting like some shine now that he hurt.
And I don't understand, Michael. This was your opportunity, Michael Porter Jr. Where he's so
he don't got a high enough motor.
AD, he's just like AD, except that's the thing. AD can get 25 and 12 without having that high motor. You get Michael Porter Jr. without that high motor, you're getting 11 and 8, maybe 11 and 6, honestly. So it's like
he already got his contract. You don't care.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. You already paid him, so that's my thing with as far as the Warriors goes. Like they have their hot start, but it's like you got the Clippers missing Kawhi. Like there's no dominant team, and you would think the Phoenix Suns would have a better start. I don't understand. You got their owner in the news with
they caught a lot of breaks in the playoffs, though.
With the injuries, right? Yeah, I agree, but nobody
because Kawhi,
nobody's
are in the
talking
finals
about that.
if Kawhi don't get hurt,
right? But nobody forget Kawhi. If AD doesn't get hurt, they don't make it out the first round.
LeBron was hurt too,
but LeBron was still playing, and he
wasn't himself.
He wasn't himself, but we were up 2-1 before AD got hurt. AD gets hurt game 3, and that's the series, bro. We were up. That's what everybody seems to forget. We were winning that series. We were up 2-1. And the series started off in Phoenix. We won.
Nah, I remember
that
being up 2-1.
So we go back to LA up 2-1 and we lose game 3 because AD's hurt. And that's like I said, that's the series. They don't beat us if AD don't get hurt. They might take us 7 games, but I don't think they beat us if the AD doesn't get hurt. And I could be wrong. It could have went either way. But
I mean, we talking hypotheticals.
Like but that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a possibility they wouldn't even been in second round. You know what I'm saying? And that's not talked about enough. Like, they had a great regular season, but a lot of people was hurt all regular season. Maybe Phoenix just isn't the team we thought they were. We'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah, I'd give them at least to All-Star break. I give everybody to All-Star break. Once you get to All-Star break, if you come out slow after that, and then I'm just gonna be like, all right, you are what you are.
Okay, before we get out of here, I have to bring this up. This is a me thing. It's not in my notes, none of that. The college basketball season started. I know you've seen it.
I care about Duke.
I know you've seen it. Duke is coming. Pablo Banchero is that guy.
Pablo Sanchez is running Duke right now.
You don't believe in Duke? It's Coach
it's not that I don't
season.
believe it. That's another thing. I feel like everything might be
doctor. Oh, now it's gonna be doctor.
I ain't really trying. I mean, y'all good every year, so I'm not gonna blame it on that. But it's just I gotta see everybody else play.
That's fair. But I watched
Huskies
that.
Look nice too.
Oh,
we ain't playing nobody. But
oh my god!
Don't do that because y'all only got us by 1 chip. So cut it out.
UConn is such
say something disrespectful about that. Real
they're
crazy.
a team of the past, bro. Ain't nobody thinking about UConn.
Every time we win a championship, we either beat y'all in the championship or beat y'all to get there.
All right.
All
right. We're gonna leave it.
You ain't talking to SU fan. No offense.
You gonna get killed for that.
I don't care. We got more chips than SU. They can't say nothing to me either.
We gonna leave it there, but same time next week. This is Family Affairs, 6 to 7 on every Thursday on C2C Radio, and we'll see you next week.
Yo.